In the Red File tonight, Americans are only recently becoming aware of an outrage about the legal battle over a 23-month-old British toddler with a terminal illness. While his parents are battling doctors to give their child a fighting chance, Alfie Evans is dying, barely clinging to life. The little boy has been at Children's Hospital in Liverpool, England since December 2013. Doctors have not been able to clearly diagnose Alfie, who has a rare neurological condition. The toddler was on life support until this past Monday when the British courts actually ordered it to be removed. The courts have denied the parents at every turn. They have refused to continue life support. They have refused to let him leave the country for care offered by the Vatican and the Pope himself. And now the parents are even having to fight to bring their own son home to their own house to die in their own arms. Now, with virtually all legal avenues exhausted, his parents are sitting helplessly by their son's bedside, forced in a hospital. Now, a lot of people are trying to figure out what they feel about Alfie Evans. I have a question tonight to the people of the UK and its government, and it's this. I know your laws are different. I understand that, and I respect that. But if you're truly a country of free people, why do you have to beg your government for permission to save your own child? Joining me now is Arthur Kaplan, the director of the Division of Medical Ethics at NYU Medical Center. Doctor, I appreciate you coming on. This is so hard for many Americans to understand because in this country, we have the right to a second opinion. We can take our child somewhere. We can take our child to another country if we want to. Doctors don't get to be the parent. The parents get to be the parent. Why is this being allowed in the UK the way that this is going? And I mean, it's hard for us to get our mind around that.
Well, some people are going to say it's because they have socialized medicine, the National Health Service. I don't think that's the reason. Some people are going to say, well, it's got to be cost. They're just trying to save money. They don't want to help Alfie in terms of money. I don't think that's the reason. I think the real reason is in Britain, and this is true in other countries as well, there is tremendous deference to the doctor's opinion. It's not the court who's saying Alfie can't go to the Vatican or go to a hospital run by the Vatican. What they're saying is the doctors say he's terminally ill. There's no more that can be done. We're going to defer to the doctor's opinion. Wouldn't happen here. That's the British law relative to doctors.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody earlier who's from the UK, one of my good friends, and I said to him, I said, I don't understand how one of the most, you could argue, civilized group of individuals in the world, the UK is very prim and proper, would allow this to happen just from a PR standpoint. And he said, I don't get it. This wasn't going on when I was a kid there. This is a new thing. And we even talked about, you know, the royal family. They recently have a new child. There's no way that they would treat, you know, the king or the prince and their son this way. It's impossible to fathom that, understand this. Why do they dig in so hard on this and not just say, hey, the Pope's involved, the Vatican's involved. Let's just decide that we are going to take a moment, take a breath, and say, we'll let you do what you want to do. Why would they want to stop that?
Especially remember, no cost. Nothing is an issue here. Other people are going to pay for it and all that. Again, think about Japan. Think about a nation like that, highly technologically advanced. There's no parent that is going to win a fight with a doctor. Japanese courts would be backing up the doctor's view. That's it. We're done. It's over. The British are in the same mode. The British standard, informed consent. What we say for informed consent, what you reasonably would want to know. The British standard, what the doctor reasonably thinks you need to know. It is a long tradition of professional dominance. I'm not defending it.
No, I'm with you. I just think doctors get it wrong. There was a story of a 16-year-old, and I want to stick him up there if we can on the screen, Ryan Smith, who was in a coma after a bad bicycle accident, and this is recently. Doctors said he had brain damage and would not survive. 4 months later, he woke up, and he's thriving, calling his friends and texting them on his cell phone. That's my point.
There can be mistakes.
There can be mistakes. There's a difference between life and death.
There absolutely can be. In this instance, I'll take the best shot I can at defending what's happening. The courts aren't going to decide it. They're going to listen to the doctors. If the doctors say Alfie's got a terminal, irreversible neurological condition, we could fly him to the moon and nothing would happen that would ever help this poor little boy, they're going to be guided by
Here's what I'll say. This is the part, and I disagree with you a little bit, where having the government truly be completely in charge of healthcare literally scares the hell out of me.
Well, it is an issue, but trust me, long before the National Health Service, British patients were not going to tangle with British doctors. We had to have a revolution here in the 70s that said patient autonomy is going to be central to how we think about our ethics. And it wasn't really a matter of the health system or the insurance system or anything else. It was a shift in the view that patients come first.
Dr. Kaplan,
Hey, my pleasure.
Coming on. Thank you, sir.